Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Dave's Home Cooking. Today it's going to be babyback ribs. It's a takeoff on an Alton Brown recipe, Who Loves Ya Babyback, if you've ever seen that episode. Of course I use, I make changes as I go because I may not have this or I may not have that. So it's, rarely do I do the recipe exactly as written. Today's going to be no exception. But the babyback ribs are essentially braised in the oven, wrapped in foil with a dry rub and a braising liquid. They come out great every time. It really is a good recipe, and I hope you all give it a try. First thing I do, I've never seen any real good reason to keep this membrane on. I don't know, maybe somebody can enlighten me. I got it going by getting my knife underneath it, peeling it halfway back, and then I take that membrane right off of there. If you don't get all of it, don't worry about it. Most people leave the membrane on, so I get as much of it off as I can. Usually I'm a little more successful when I get it all, and I'll work at it a little bit more and try to get it all off of there. Next thing I do is I apply a dry rub. It's brown sugar, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne, just all sorts of stuff. And I just rub this fairly liberally. I'm not going to cover the back quite as well as the front, but you want to do both sides. And I'm going to do 2 racks of ribs here today. I have to kind of apportion my rub out here and make sure that it covers 2 whole racks. And I'm just going to rub that in, pack it on. Try to not waste a whole lot of it because I don't make a whole lot of it to begin with. And there's the dry rub. The other thing that's important to do is you want to seal this package up so you get it centered, and then you make a fold, just like that. And then you continue to fold down until you have it folded right down onto the meat. And there you have it. We are ready to go. What we're going to do tomorrow, when we get ready to cook those, I'll have a braising liquid that I'm going to make here in a minute. Let it cool overnight in the fridge. Well, I'm putting together braising liquid right now. I need to bring it up to temperature on the stove top so that it all comes together. And it consists of 1 cup white wine. I'm using Pinot Grigio, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons Worcestershire sauce, a tablespoon of honey. I used 3 cloves of garlic that I minced that you can see floating around in there. Okay, now it's time to introduce the braising liquid. So I measured it. I had a little over a cup, a little over 1 cup. So that's just slightly over half a cup for each packet. Just dump it in there. Open up one end, dump it in there, and let's seal it back up. What I also like to do, tilt the package to distribute the liquid, just like that. So we'll get this braising liquid in the other packet and then into a 350-degree oven for 2.5 hours. Now, hopefully, very carefully, and I'm going to use a little protection here. I'm trying like hell not to burn myself. I'm going to take the, you see I unrolled the one end, and we need the braising liquid out of here so that we can make the sauce. So very carefully drain that into a pot. This is my little 2-quart all-clad. Beautiful pot. In fact, it's my favorite one. And you can see, zoom in a little bit, that the juice from my rib packets is coming up to temperature, beginning to boil. I'm going to reduce that down by half till it becomes syrupy, and that'll become the sauce. Let me show you what else we got. We've got some broccoli that I'm just steaming, and I'll butter it. And of course there's the what will become the sauce, reducing. Corn on the cob. Now what I did with this was I just wrapped it in foil with butter, and I roasted it along with the ribs after the ribs had been in for a while. I just roasted it maybe 40 minutes. I leave it in the foil even though it's done just to keep it warm. Then I made some potato salad from scratch, and this is pretty good. I tasted it. It's got tarragon and parsley and mayo and mustard powder, cornichons, red onion. Oh, I don't know what all else. And there they are. Beautiful. All we need to do now is sauce them. There's my dinner plate. And here we go with the finished ribs. And we've got a little extra sauce right there, if it's not sauced well enough for you. I hope you enjoyed my ribs. I hope you try the recipe. It's a good one.